How would you translate this sentence to French? Our administration has over 8,000 employees. Our administration has over 8,000 employees. How would you translate that to French? I'll give you some seconds to do that. All right. Did you say notre administration a plus de 8,000 employés? Yeah? Now, if you said that, then this video is for you because I want to show you how you can take your French from this level to the next level. Stick around. Like I said, the focus of this video is to take your level, to upgrade your French from this to this. You're not a beginner, maybe you're an intermediate learner, but this video will help you to even improve your writing skills and your speaking skills. Now, earlier, the example I gave, instead of using the verb avoir in this sense, there are some other verbs that you can use that can even make your writing better. Now, I could say, notre administration compte plus de 8,000 employés. Notre administration compte plus de 8,000 employés. I can also say, notre administration emploie plus de 8,000 employés. So you can see, instead of always repeating avoir, using avoir for every sentence, there's some other verbs that actually fit better. And that's the essence of this video. If I wanted to say Nigeria has over 200 million people, instead of saying le Nigeria a plus de 200 millions de personnes, I can use the verb compter and say le Nigeria compte plus de 200 millions de personnes. It doesn't mean that le Nigeria a plus de 200 millions de personnes isn't correct. It's just to take your writing to the next level. You're correct if you use avoir, but I'm just trying to show you other ways to write better, especially if you're writing a proficiency test such as TEF Canada or the DEF-DAF exam. This could increase your chances of getting a higher level or higher score. Let's look at another example. Souhaitons que ce reportage ait une large diffusion. Souhaitons que ce reportage ait une large diffusion. Now, instead of saying a in the subjunctive like this, you can say souhaitons que ce reportage bénéficie d'une large diffusion. It doesn't mean that this is not correct. It just means that this is another way to say it even better. Now let's look at all the verbs you can use instead of repeating faire, the verb to do or to make. Now, let's say someone made a mistake and you wanted to say, oh, Audrey made a mistake. Audrey made a mistake. How would you translate that to French? Audrey made a mistake. Audrey a fait une erreur. Audrey a fait une erreur. Now, instead of saying fait there, you can actually say commis. Commis. So I can say Audrey a commis une erreur. Now, a fait, like I said, is correct, but a commis is even better. If you wanted to say someone is doing their dissertation or their report or something like that, let's say Pierre. So instead of saying Pierre fait son rapport, Pierre fait son rapport, you can say Pierre rédige son rapport. Pierre rédige son rapport. Instead of saying ce téléviseur ne se fait plus. Ce téléviseur ne se fait plus. You can say ce téléviseur ne se fabrique plus. Ce téléviseur ne se fabrique plus. If someone is making dinner, for instance, if I say Solène is making dinner, how would you translate that to French? Solène is making dinner. Solène fait le dîner. Technically, it's better to use prépare. So we say Solène prépare le dîner. Solène prépare le dîner. Now let's look at the verb mettre. What are the other verbs you can use instead of always repeating mettre? Let me give you an activity to start. How would you translate this expression to French? I took a lot of time. I took some time to put these documents together. I took some time to put this document together. Now, to take something together is rassembler. Rassembler. So how would you translate that to French? All right. Did you say j'ai mis du temps à rassembler ces documents? That's correct. J'ai mis du temps à rassembler ces documents. However, instead of using the verb me here in the past participle, you can actually say consacrer. Okay, so we can say j'ai consacré du temps à rassembler ces documents. J'ai consacré du temps à rassembler ces documents, meaning I put a lot of time to put this document together. Now, if your daughter Karina tidied the living room and she put toys maybe in the shelf or in a toy case, instead of saying Karina a mis ses jouets dans le coffre, which is correct, you can say Karina a rangé ses jouets dans le coffre. Now, the verb ranger there is better because the action is putting it back to its original place, making it tidy, making the room tidy. Okay? So we can say Karina a rangé ses jouets instead of Karina a mis ses jouets dans le coffre. Now I want you to replace mettre in this sentence with another verb that you may know. Okay? So let's say les candidats mettent leur CV sur Internet. So instead of saying mettre here, what else can we say? Remember the complement sur Internet. Yes, you can say diffuse. You can say les candidats diffusent leur CV sur Internet. Like I said, the sentences are correct. If you use mettre, it's correct. If you use faire, like so, it's correct. But if you would like to take your writing skills to the next level, then you could look at some of these verbs. Also, you can use avouer instead of dire. Let's say, le directeur a dit qu'il aurait pu faire mieux. Le directeur a dit qu'il aurait pu faire mieux. C'est le directeur a avoué qu'il aurait pu faire mieux. Something new today. If you're interested in taking a quiz to test your knowledge, you can scan this QR code or just go to my website here. Merci beaucoup d'avoir suivi. À très vite.